Hi everybody, welcome back to Shotlet Family Firewood. I'm going to call this video the calm after the storm. Oh, not sure how many of you are aware or have heard that the first ever tornado to touch down in the state of Wisconsin in February happened on Thursday night. Well, that happened, I don't know, roughly 3 miles away from our house here in our wood yard. Luckily, this time we have no damage. We are on the west side of the village of Evansville, just out of town, and the village of Evansville is okay, but just to the east of the village of Evansville, there's some pretty remarkable damage. The tornado that they're saying right now is an F2, possibly an F3, and it caused some major damage to some rural community out there. Luckily, it was rural community because the situation would have been much worse with many more displaced had it gone through downtown Evansville. And, as a lot of you know, or some of you may know, I'm part of the fire department in Evansville, and obviously I was part of the initial incident response. We had some stuff come through, but really the first sign or first sight of the tornado damage was some power lines down, and we got a call for propane gas leak, and we went to that call. This was dark. We didn't know the full extent of the damage. That was pretty quickly after it went through. We knew that we had some roadways that were blocked with trees down and stuff to be able to get to the call we were going on. But we did not know how far that damage really expanded. I spent several hours on that first call, a couple hours on that first call, but we were out for about 6 hours, maybe 7 hours in total that night in response. We used a Mabus box alarm for a natural disaster event, brought in multiple fire resources from neighboring towns. It was a pretty big ordeal. Remarkably, nobody was hurt. Not much more than a scratch or a bruise. I still don't understand how that happened, but I've heard rumors that maybe a couple of animals didn't make it when the barns fell down or blew away or whatever, but no people were even remotely injured, really. So really, it turned out great. There's a ton of destruction, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you that or not. Definitely not going to be doing any firewood this weekend. I still have responsibilities at the fire station. I've kind of been coordinating the donations of food and water and supplies into the fire station, and coordinating trying to get them out where they're needed the best I can. But I've been basically at the fire station all weekend. That initial response and the following night with the potential of more calls and stuff, we ended up staying. I was at the fire station or on a call for 24 hours, over 24 hours on Thursday and a Friday. I did get to sleep Friday night, but I was back at the fire station yesterday morning. And now today, Super Bowl Sunday, we are going to be open for donation, either pickup or delivery of supplies until 5 o'clock tonight. So that's my responsibility, and I'll be there for that. Maybe I'll try and post a link below to some videos of the damage around here. If anybody's curious at this time, I do not know of any setups or anything for donation of money for any of the victims. Nobody's. It's a rural community. They're all helping each other right now. Nobody's really asked for anything yet, and I don't know of any funds that have been set up. The fire department is not taking the monetary donations for the victims. If you're curious, you can always send me an email at shotlifamilyfirewood@gmail.com, and if I hear of a post or a link or anything for a GoFundMe or anything for the victims, I can share that when I know it. I'm sure there'll be something, but I just don't know. I have not heard of it yet, so probably because it's a weekend, they'll probably get something set up Monday or Tuesday, I would imagine, and anyway, so. But other than that, again, we're good here. The only thing that happened at my yard or my house was we lost power basically from the 5:30 p.m. until about 3 o'clock a.m. House got down to, I don't know, I came home and checked it about 1 a.m. The house was down to about 60 degrees, and the wood stove was just petering away. I just came home later in the day, and all I had to do was throw some wood in, and she took off. So didn't have any major issues at the house here. I did inherit a hunting blind, flew into my yard, but that is literally the only thing that I've noticed around here so far. So again, we're very fortunate here. We're very fortunate in the town. I have a friend of mine that did lose a lot. I used to work with him. From what I heard, he lost the roof on his house on Thursday night, and by Saturday afternoon, there was already a roof back on the house, and he had many volunteers there helping him with his cattle, getting them to where they need to be safe and cared for, and getting his stuff cleaned up. I have not been out there yet, as I have a role, but eventually I'll make it out there and see what I can help him with as well. So if I can, like I said, I'll show you some of it if I get out there. I don't know that I'll get out there, and so I will again try and link some of the video of the damage and stuff below for you guys to watch if you're interested. Other than that, sorry about no firewood. I'll do my best to get some next week. I know I had Jeremiah from Outdoors in the 608 got a hold of me and asked how we were doing and stuff, and he told me that at least there's plenty of firewood around, and I'm sure there is. I know I'm not really going to go out and beg for it or ask for it. They got so many people around out there now. I don't want to add to that party. So eventually I'm sure there'll be some. I know friends of mine that have trees down in their yard that I'm not sure if they're cleaned up yet or not, but again, I don't need the firewood that bad. I have a job to do, and they just want to get cleaned up. So other than that, I'm gonna borrow a line from Jeremiah at Outdoors in 608, and considering that nobody was hurt in this event, life truly is great in the 608 right now. So With that, we'll see you on the next one.